4.
Okay, so whenever you're ready.
All right, so I did my paper on something was a little close to me. I'm a very big supporter of technology, and I'm very interested in money. And with money comes jobs, and sometimes there's a discrepancy in technology and jobs. So I ended up, switching my major into becoming an econ major with a minor in CDT, and I did this research paper basically combining the two, and I had no clue why I was doing it, but it just ended up happening, and it's working for me. So in doing my research, I basically read a little anecdote about how a group of men went on a tour of a factory, and some men had been at that factory years before. And when they went in, it was bustling with people at the assembly lines, putting things together, moving around, making money. But when they came back the second time, a lot of men were very taken aback because it was different. It was way different. There wasn't that many people. People were just hovering around machines that basically replaced these people. So basically, it went from looking like this, something like this, to this. And people had an issue with that. People have an issue with that. And the issue comes with technology, and it's weird because when we think of technology, we think Apple iPhone, we think MacBooks, we think touchscreens, and we're totally okay with that. It makes our lives easier. But when I basically did research on what technology was, the Oxford Dictionary defined it as the application of scientific knowledge, especially in industry. And the problem with this is that when technology is implemented into the workforce, it takes away jobs, especially from low-skilled workers. And when I say low-skilled workers, I mean workers that don't necessarily have skills that may have been gotten from college education. So they're jobs that they can be easily displaced. For example, if you're working in a factory, say 30, 40 years ago, or even just today, where you're putting together a car, and you're just putting one thing to another, screwing things on. It's a great job, you make a great living, but once the technological advance happens and they don't need you anymore, companies are going to displace you. They're going to move you out, bring the new technology in, and save money. So, that's the problem. Another problem is how we view technology and how it does this. Not saying that people are wrong in thinking that technology is synonymous with job displacement, because it somewhat is, but we have to look at it in a different way, and how it affects our economy and how it affects us as a people and how we view education. And this is where I'm saying that there's a common ground, all right? When we implement technology, what does it require us to do? It requires us to be able to control it, to be able to maintain it. And that requires us to be able to have higher skill levels. And how do we get those? We go to school for it. When we leave high school, we leave with a certain amount of skills. Certain kind of skills that allow us to get certain kind of jobs. And there's a man, David Autor, he's an economist, and he basically broke down different skills and different tasks into 3 different categories. He called them routine tasks, manual tasks, and abstract tasks. Routine tasks are basically ones in which you just need the skill of being able to follow a procedure, follow directions. That's basically what you do on an assembly line. And when you're in manual tasks, these are mostly service occupations. So you're a bodyguard, or you're a waitress, or a janitor. You need to be able to adapt to your environment. You need to be able to talk to people. You need to be able to work in an environment where technology may not be able to help you. So those jobs stay. And then you have abstract tasks where you have like the doctors, the CEOs, the people who make everything happen. And those require critical thinking, problem solving, management skills, and you can't really replace those because technology pretty much complements them. But the issue is with the low-skilled jobs, because the routine task can literally be computerized. So once they are computerized, they're gone. So the common ground in all of this is that technology is forcing us to up our skill level. It's forcing us to be able to go to school and get jobs that don't allow technology to take them away from us. We basically make technology work for us when we do this. Basically, higher skilled workers equal higher paid workers. Once you get these skills, jobs are going to look at you like, oh, I can't pay her as much as someone who can't do this, because she has all of these qualifications. So in going to college and getting this type of knowledge and making sure that technology can no longer take a job away from you, you allow yourself to be paid more. And when you allow yourself to be paid more, we up the ante on the standard of life. So, basis of my conversation, the entire point of my research was that education is key. Technology is promoting education and how we see it. It's now more important than it ever was because people know that you can't get a stable job without it. You can't get a job where you don't worry about technology taking your job because you have the skills that technology can never have. Thank you.